Why, you guys? Wait till you see what Donald Trump Jr. just did to The View. Check this out.
You guys are here. We're going to get to Triggered the book in a moment and your relationship. But you did something that triggered a lot of people yesterday, including myself, by releasing the name of the whistleblower. The whistleblower whose complaint has now led to impeachment hearings. The whole point of releasing a name is to intimidate someone, to threaten someone, and to scare other people from coming out. That's something that dictators do. I've lived in China. I've seen that firsthand. That's not what America does. That's not who we do. We stand by our people. Why did you want to release the name?
Listen, Abby, I think it's a fair question. You know, I think the reality of the answer is the whistleblower's name was on a little website called The Drudge Report a couple of days ago. It was in Real Clear Politics. I literally quote tweeted an article that had the guy's name in the title of the article. So that whole thing is nonsense. But I wish the outrage would be equal. I mean, there was no outrage when, my family got an exploding letter of, with white powder substance in it. They're protecting a guy, in the CIA, and there's great outrage. But when your family gets something, it's there. And that's a big part of the book, which is, it's not a level playing field in terms of outrage. We do live in an outrage culture.
But he asked to be anonymous. Your family did not. There's a difference.
But it was literally millions of people, and for days he's been out there in the media.
But does that make it right?
So what's the difference between me tweeting about it?
It's different when the president's son does it, though, isn't it?
Why? I mean, I'm a private citizen putting this out there. If everyone in this room could have read this, I don't see it.
Guys, whenever Joy Behar goes like, she start biting her lips, she's getting furious, and she's about to just start saying nonsense. Let's keep watching, guys. I don't want to talk that much during this video.
No difference whatsoever. The reality is, it seems to me, and again, my point of view on this, it seems to me that everyone is outraged that his name is out there because now people are saying, okay, he's tied to Joe Biden while Joe Biden was working in the White House. He has ties to Brennan, who's been leading the cabal on Trump. It's not, let's be honest about what it is.
But just to be clear, that's not why I'm outraged. I'm outraged because I care about diplomacy in this country. I care about how we protect the people when they see a wrongdoing, that they go through the proper political channels, and they are protected for doing that. So you can say that whatever outlet released it.
Let's not kid ourselves.
But the name has been out there for 5 days.
But that doesn't make it right.
But nevertheless,
But Abby, you guys, ABC is right now chasing down a whistleblower about all of the Epstein stuff because those stories were killed. So if we're going to have the conversation about the outrage about whistleblowers, you work with CBS stuff. You work with CBS to out a whistleblower who came up with a story that's kind of shady.
So you see how Whoopi tried to take initiative when he mentioned ABC? Because she's been, well, of course, she's being funded, but she knows that if he keeps talking, the people that fund her are going to get mad at her because she let him tell the truth. And that's the thing about this show. They don't like the truth getting out there. So that's why we got to keep boycotting this show, man, and just keep making fun of them every week and every time we get the chance. Let's keep going, guys.
Can we stick to...
No, but you work with them. That broke this morning.
Can we stick to what she asked in the question? Just because if we start getting off on...
But my point is one of hypocrisy. And again, a big part of why I wrote the book is because there's so much hypocrisy out there. Now, I understand that the mainstream media is left-leaning. I don't think anyone's ever debated that or doubted that for a long time. But they've gotten rid of the pretense of objectivity at this point. There is no, they're like, you know what, we're just going to be the marketing wing of the other side.
Just let me interrupt. If you talk about hypocrisy, you seem fine with people leaking information if it makes you and your father look good, because WikiLeaks
this has been
and
going
Julian
on for the other side
Assange is
forever.
a cyber terrorist, right? And I think a Russian puppet. You are fine promoting his stuff and your dad praising him on the campaign trail if it makes you look good. So how is this whistleblower who went through the right channels, how are you now releasing his name and putting his life in danger, but WikiLeaks was doing the right thing?
If I can, just first, thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So here's the thing. There's a lot of context to, and I hear what you're saying. It's a fair enough question because he may be a private citizen, but nevertheless, he is the son of the president of the United States.
And a campaign surrogate.
And he's somebody who works as a campaign surrogate, but not officially, with the campaign. But nevertheless, when you look at this facts and you look at the circumstance, you look at, in fact, even on this show, the first day after the election, they said, and now let's start with impeachment. This has been something that's been going, it's been a concerted effort by a lot of people who are disappointed by the results of the election to undo it and remove a duly elected president of the United States, number one. Number two, when you look, well, it was on this show on November 9th.
No, actually, it wasn't. We've had all kinds of, wait, see, I listened. Now I'm asking for the same.
Sure.
We are an opinion show.
Correct.
That's what.
What do you mean you listen? Look, if matter of fact, I'm gonna go back. Watch. She just cuts her off and talk about I listen. You didn't listen because she didn't get to finish. Watch.
To President of the United States, number
Watch.
one. Number two,
That isn't true.
when you look, well, it was on the show on November 9th. But
No,
here's the
actually,
thing.
it wasn't.
you guys
listen,
talked about impeachment.
we've had all kinds of. Wait, now see, I listened. Now I'm asking
Fair
for the
enough.
same.
Fair.
We are
It's not
an
fair.
opinion show.
Correct.
That's what we do.
Correct.
What you seem to have done and feels very disingenuous because you can't say I'm a private citizen and yet you're in the middle of all of this. You brought to the FBI folks, everybody talked to you. You know, you're part of this. So when you release a name like that, even if it was out for 10 days or 20 days, you have to know that people, if you were talking about the white powder that your family got, this guy's family's getting the same thing. And why is it okay for one and not both?
We
shouldn't be
don't
doing
know
it.
that that's actually happening to him, you know, first and
Well,
foremost.
we don't know that it happened to you. But we're taking your name. We're taking your...
It was reported.
It was a case.
Listen, I'm sorry. Stop yelling. Stop yelling.
Not to yell. I can
You-
hear
we
it.
can
Loud.
hear
It's
you.
like a miracle ear for
But
Christmas.
Kimberly,
Guys, really quick, how many times have we seen Whoopi yell at a guest after she just got owned by him? Like, how you gonna tell them to stop yelling when that's all you do? All they do is try to speak over you and just spread these lies, dude. This is getting in my head right now. It's getting in
you're a
it.
lawyer.
Yes.
And we've known
Yeah.
each other. You were a former
Absolutely.
prosecutor. I mean, did you advise your boyfriend that it is a federal crime to out a whistleblower?
I didn't advise him that it was a federal crime, but I did come out of the bathroom and say, I left you alone for 10 minutes. What happened when Mamacita's gone? Because by the
Well, it's not a
principle
federal
is the
crime.
reason.
It's only a federal crime for the
However,
IG to do it. That's
Yeah.
in the statute.
Well,
so
well,
that's you
well, no,
can't.
that's
but
not
that's the
true.
point. You can't
That's
run
a
with
lie.
it. It is not.
She's
true.
let me show you the
That's
other
not
side.
true.
Let me show you the
Under
other side of
U.S.
this.
Code
Okay,
section-
stop. Everybody stop. It's hard to hear.
Under
Really,
U.S.
one-
So
Code
finish
section
that.
1505, it is a crime.
It's not accurate. Just ask Rand Paul. He went
My
into
law
great
degree
detail
says it
on
is,
the
but
other.
nevertheless.
But he's not the individual that first released
But
it.
my question is,
Yeah.
you did speak to him about that.
I talked to him, no, not prior to. After I said, oh, what happened? He said, well, they're saying that I released this and I outed. But if you look at the facts, and the facts are that the name was out there, I'm not saying, okay, I understand what you're saying, that perhaps, okay, it wasn't the most prudent decision to retweet an article. But I'm going to tell you something. When we talk about transparency, the President of the United States released the transcript of exactly what happened in that phone call.
Yeah.
The whistleblower is giving his opinion or her opinion
Right.
of what transpired.
I'd like to talk about that,
You get what I'm
actually.
saying?
Yeah. I'd like to talk about that.
That's out there to say. He's not trying to hide
ahead.
anything. And thank
Go ahead,
God he
son.
transcribed it.
I'd like to
So
talk
now
about
we know
that.
the truth.
Actually, let me ask you, do you regret retweeting that?
Why does he?
I don't think I should have to forego my First Amendment rights. I didn't want to create hysteria, but if I'm reading an article, be like, oh, the name's out there.
Guys, these are just the most unprofessional people ever to be on live television. What are we doing, man? Just let one person talk. You talk. If you don't agree, you don't agree. You don't have to sit there and yell just because they said something that triggered you. Week after week, man. I tell you, week after week. I'm gonna get me a clown mask. Whenever I watch this, it's full of clowns. Let's keep going, you guys.
I didn't even realize
You
that
knew
this
what you
thing's
were
some
doing,
sort of
so you
big
don't-
sort
you
of
don't
secret.
regret doing that?
I don't regret doing it. No, I don't
Okay.
think I should have to forego my First
right,
Amendment
but
rights. It's out there. I read it in an article. I've been reading it for a week. I saw it on the Drudge Report. Like, this is not some secret, but to then say, because it's Donald Trump Jr., because he's an outspoken
this is
guy,
not a MAGA
to then
rally,
create
okay?
why was there no outrage when Drudge Report, which is a major website, probably the
down.
largest aggregator of media news in America, he puts it out there a few days ago, and no, crickets. No problem with that.
Because
Come on, guys,
probably
like,
not a lot of people knew that it was out there. But once you put it out,
on Drudge.
see,
What,
but here's
millions of people see
yes,
Drudge a
but
day.
I'm saying
Come
to
on.
you, listen, man, I don't know how many people here read the Drudge Report. I don't know, but I'm saying all those, a lot more people know your name than know the Drudge Report.
that's a
You're
fair point.
assuming.
He
I
has
know
a
it's a
high
fair
profile.
point.
Let's move on.
I understand.
I want to talk about the memo of the call, because I don't believe it's a transcript. In the memo of the call that was released from the White House between your father and the Ukraine president, your father said, I would like you to do us a favor
though, because our country has been through a lot, and Ukraine knows a lot about it, and we have the entire part of the memo here. The other thing, there's a lot of talk about Biden's son, that Biden stopped the prosecution, and a lot of people want to find out about that. So whatever you can do with the Attorney General would be great. This is the basis of the impeachment inquiry. Why is that a sham?
The whole
Which is
thing,
what you're calling
first of
it.
all, because nothing was withheld. The other guy on the other side actually said, I have no idea what you're talking about. No one knew any aid
What do you
was
mean
even
nothing
being
was
withheld. The other guy in the Ukraine, in terms of aid being withheld. So no one knew about these
But
things.
that's not true. That's a lie. Military aid was withheld.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one knew
Not
about
as-
it in the
no,
Ukraine.
not
So
as a
there
quid pro
and there
quo.
was no quid pro quo. You see all the other
wasn't.
aspects of
That's
this
a
coming
lie.
out.
It was withheld.
There's been no prima facie case made whatsoever for impeachment. The transcript is there. The witnesses are coming forward. There was no
So you have a
bipartisan
lot of
support
opinion
for
going-
that hearing
But Kimberly,
going
the
forward.
military aid was
One at a
withheld.
time.
But not because of that reason.
And again, the other
nexus
side
and
didn't
the
even
time
know that it
frame,
was
the
withheld
timeline
at the
has been
Can I
clearly
ask you this?
demonstrated.
But that's a
not the
lie.
case.
There have been
Can I ask
several
you this then?
ambassadors that have testified
And there's others that have testified
that the
they had no
military
idea
aid
that
was
there was any
withheld.
quid pro
Let me
quo
ask you this.
whatsoever.
So guys, as you can see, after they get shut down, they just start acting like clowns. You see Whoopi just spinning around in the almost curse. You see Whoopi just spinning around spinning around in the chair, acting like a clown. Then you see Joy Behar, she just got shut up early on. They're mad at this guy just because he's Donald Trump's son. And that he posted a document that someone else already posted it. Why aren't you mad at the person that originally posted it, that exposed that person? You know what I mean? It's just a clown show, week after week, man. Let me know what you guys think about this quick video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And as always, let me know what to react to. We're out.